Turn around when it is safe to do so.
Hey YouTube, welcome back to the show. On today's episode, I want to talk about all things Bungie and Activision. So it seems that the party is over. Now we're just trying to get our audio correct here, so bear with me a second. Just want to make sure that's all good. Sounds like it is. Alright, let's get into it. So Bungie and Activision, it looks like the divorce, the relationship, it's over. Now it'd be very interesting to see who dumped who. It doesn't sound like it is necessarily the most amicable split in the world. I think, as I understand things, Bungie had a 4-game deal with Activision. That essentially meant, you know, we had to see Destiny up until Destiny 4 before Bungie could, I guess, either renegotiate the deal or go their own way. So it's very interesting to see what's happened over the last 24 hours. Now, I must admit, I'm really happy for Bungie. I think, you know, anytime a developer gets to create their own destiny, pardon the pun, I think that can only be a good thing for creative freedom. Now, obviously, the success of Destiny is something that's led to this decision. Now, obviously, being tied to a publisher like Activision has meant that, you know, some of the decisions that they may necessarily have wanted to take, they can't, and I think, you know, a publisher like Activision holds a lot of weight, so they probably threw some of that weight around and said to Bungie, some of the decisions that we want to make, and Bungie were just saying, you know, perhaps they're not compatible with the direction we want to take the game. So it'll be very interesting to see what happens now. You know, we've had Phil Spencer, a lot of the Xbox guys actually come out and express support for this move, and I think it is a good thing. I think generally speaking it's a good thing, but it's a big gamble, it's a big risk from, let's just go in there for a second, from Bungie's point of view. Because obviously, you know, if you're on your own, you are literally on your own. Let's say I gotta go down there. Alright, let's do it. Whoa!
Turn right.
Now, how the hell am I going to get there? I didn't plan this out all that well, did I? This would be a cool place to visit. I'm making this look difficult. Uh-oh. Come on, control it. I want this little board. Yay, there we go. Alright, let's get back on track. Let's see if I can get up this hill. Only 51 of 200 boards. Wow, that's insane. Now, if you're wondering, I don't have any of the DLC for this game yet. Mostly because I haven't finished the base game, so I'm a big fan of finishing the base game before moving on to completing any of the DLC. So I'll probably wait for a deal on the DLC before I even contemplate buying it, just because I've got a long way to go to complete this base game. But hey, that's just me.
Turn right.
So back to Bungie v Activision. Now, what could this mean? Now, there's been a lot of speculation about, you know, Bungie automatically jumping into bed with someone else like Microsoft. And if I'm being honest, I just don't think that's going to happen.
Turn left.
I don't think, you know, after the history that Bungie has had with Microsoft, that they necessarily want to jump straight back into bed with Microsoft. So I think they need a little bit of breathing room. I think, you know, the things that Bungie would have learnt over the last few years is that, you know, publishers want certain things and they want developers to do things a certain way, and if you want to have full creative freedom, then you kind of have to go it alone.
400 meters. Turn
But having
right.
said that, look, it looks like we do have a new Microsoft under the leadership of Phil Spencer, so anything is
Turn
possible.
right.
But I would suggest that, you know, if you're waiting for Bungie to come back and take the helm on Halo, I honestly just can't see that happening. Not in the short term anyway. But you know what? Stranger things have happened.
There's a great story about a film being shot around here somewhere. Supposedly they just dumped the stunt car when they were done. Should we
So-
go find it?
Yeah, there you go. Now, you may be thinking, like, what does this mean for Bungie? What does it mean for Activision? Well, I can see one thing that it will mean for Bungie, and that's essentially that they control their own destiny, like I said earlier. So they will go and create the destiny that they wanted to create in Destiny 3. So I imagine, you know, come 2020, the new generation of hardware is out from both Microsoft and Sony,
400 meters.
and we will see
Turn right.
the Destiny game that Bungie wanted to create. So, you know, this could be the first Bungie game, the first Destiny game, where we see all of their own unique creative control, their own unique vision for what Destiny should have been from the get-go. So that'll be very interesting. That is something I'm definitely looking forward to. I think that'll be cool. Okay, what are we doing here? We want to do this one. Okay. Now for Activision, what's it mean for Activision? Well, it would mean a couple of things. One is obviously they don't have to manage all of these franchises, and they can double down on their core activities. So, you know, games like Call of Duty, I think that's a franchise that's been a little bit up and down the last couple of launches. So I think, you know, getting back to basics with Call of Duty, I think we'll see a campaign in the next one. I think they'll get back to their roots and they'll get back on track. And I think not having Destiny as a distraction, I think will be a good thing for them. I think the other thing is, like, I think I don't know exactly remember the context, but I do remember that someone, and I can't remember who, I'm sure you guys will know in the comment section down below, but someone asked, I think it was Bungie, you know, how is Destiny 2 performing? And the guys at Bungie said really well. It's you know, performing in line with expectations. And then they also asked Activision how they thought Destiny 2 was going. And I think Activision said it was pretty underwhelming and below expectations. So you could see that this change was coming for a little while. And that's one of the benefits of being an independent publisher. You know, you live by your own kind of agenda. You have your own expectations for a game, and you measure yourself against those expectations. So there you go. All right, as I completely ruined that corner. So there you go, guys. Look, that's pretty much all I wanted to talk about and cover off in this video. I will be pumping out another video very shortly regarding some merch samples I got for the channel. Some coffee mugs, which are pretty cool. They're just some samples, so I don't have a lot of them, but I'm thinking of just giving them away to some fans of the show. It's not something I want to profit on, simply because they are samples. So I'll look at that and see what I do in terms of shipping and all that sort of stuff. I might just put like a tiny little shipping fee on there or something, but we'll look at that in the next day or two. They're pretty cool cups. I've shown them to some of my mates already, and they want one, so that's always an encouraging sign. But they haven't turned out exactly the way I wanted them to. I think when you see them, you'll know what I mean, but I think I'm probably after more of a transparent background on that stuff. So I'll show you those in the next video, and you know, give me some feedback, because I don't just want to create merch for the sake of it. I want to create something that I want. I want to create something that you guys want. We're nearly finished. So there you go, guys. Look, if you have liked today's video, please remember to smash that like button for me. If you're a fan of Bungie going independent, absolutely smash that like button for me. If you are new to the channel, well, you guys know what to do. Make sure you you subscribe, and as always, hit that what is it? The bell notification button to get notified of all of our awesome content. And as I always say, look, get involved in the conversation via the comment section down below, and I will see you all in the next video. Thanks for watching, guys. See you in the next one.